ask about that.
Who's the what?
You know, it's the first time unanimously you guys all wanted to help me.
So can we?
So,
Oh, so territorial. Thank goodness Cindy can share.
excellent share. We have to wait right for 7 o'clock.
No.
I feel pressure. Oh, please rise for the pledge. Call this meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all. Welcome. If I could entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right, Glenn, I'll second that.
Okay.
Motion by Councilmember Henry and second by Councilmember Mock. I have to delineate. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we have any resident comments and or questions? Did we receive any by email or anything? All right. Your chiefness. Chief Meyer, I'd like to also announce that our chief is our fire chief for, is it another 2 years?
Correct.
2-year term, and congratulations to Chief Meyer on a unanimous victory. Good to have you back, brother.
Thank you.
And I also want to congratulate you on really taking our fire department to another level. Both you and Kelly and the officers have done a phenomenal job of it, and I would tell you that nobody appreciates, I can speak for all of us, that nobody appreciates that more than the council. So thank you for that, Chief.
Thank you
And
for all your
congrats.
support. I don't have a lot on my report. The calls are 19 calls for the month of November. Only thing I really have is to bring our new fire marshal up here and have him introduce himself, and most of you all know him, so
Who's the new fire marshal, Chief Meyer?
we'll have Ryan Gill come up and introduce himself and see how nervous he gets.
He's
thank you.
fine. He's done this before.
He doesn't look very nervous.
No, he
It's the
doesn't.
marshal.
I've sat in front of you guys plenty of times. Yeah, I think you all know me, Ryan Gill. Been a resident of Carver for almost 10 years and on the fire department for almost 5. And I was recently selected as the new fire marshal. It's been many years since we've had one, so I'm looking forward to getting this program going.
Who's the last one? Was it Primer? It has been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Whatever your help you need, Mr. Merrick is there for you.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations, by the way,
Thank you.
and welcome back aboard on that. You've been involved forever, and we appreciate your contributions to the community, but really appreciate you getting involved at this level. You're joining a really good crew at that level, so welcome
Yes, I am.
aboard.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Gilly. Officer Gill, sir. All right. Corporal Lassard. Thank you, gentlemen.
Good
You guys
night,
have
guys.
training tonight? Training
Happy New
tonight?
Year.
Oh, all right. See you at Harvey's.
Evening, Council. I'm Mayor Webb. You have my report for November, I believe, calls for service. Main reason I'd like to introduce, I'm here for the next year as well. I also brought our night deputy, Officer Deputy Peterson. We share him with Laketown Township. He has a few hours of Laketown Township, and then he has 6.5 hours in Carver during his rotation per schedule. So we'll be here for the next year. Other than that, any questions for us?
I don't have any questions, but I'm going to have you come up and introduce yourself. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Some of us got a chance to meet you this evening. But Larry, stay right there, please. I'd like to thank you for re-upping for another year, and I know that sometimes you get frustrated with some things, but the relationship that we have as a council and having you on board and knowing everybody in the history that you have here,
It means a great deal to this community, and I really want to thank you for re-upping for another year and being a part of this. And I'd also like to welcome you, Deputy Peterson, on becoming a part of this. So I really appreciate it, Larry. I want to make sure that we make that very public.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, don't let him sit in the chair.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, have a seat.
Stay right there.
Yeah.
However. I'm Deputy Peterson. First name's John. Call me John or Jonathan.
Not JP.
Not JP.
We just made that really public.
I've been with Carver County Sheriff's Office for about, 7 months. And been in Carver, city of Carver for a couple months, and I'll be with you guys for the next year as well.
Have you been 7 months in your law enforcement career?
I worked as a deputy jailer or corrections officer in Scott County for 5 years.
Oh, you did?
But
Okay.
as an actual licensed officer, yes.
Awesome. Welcome aboard, my friend.
Thank you.
If anything you need, Larry is a great reference, and if Larry's not around, Mr. Merrick is phenomenal at what he does.
Perfect.
Welcome aboard, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Welcome.
Larry, thank you again.
We have, well, actually, Brent, would you like to make an introduction on anyone new to the room?
Yeah, Andrew actually volunteered to come up and introduce himself.
Come on
as
up,
well.
big man.
Good.
But happy to, and the council's already aware of this, but Andrew Buddy has been appointed as the city engineer along with the whole Bolton and Mink team. And I know he's already started working with Brian and myself and the rest of our staff, getting ready and getting integrated into our project. So Andrew, if you want to take that away.
Sure, thank you. I work out of the Chaska office with Bolton and Mink. We have about 35 employees there, and our company's 500 strong. So we have a lot of resources, and I'm really excited and fired up to start working with the city of Carver and Brian and kind of keep moving things forward and progressing for the city of Carver. So thank you.
Well, I'd like to welcome you aboard, and not to make this too mushy or too long, but we all discussed prior to the decision that Brent made to move with the Bolton Mink decision, and I think it's a great one, and we all concurred. At the same time, I also want to at least let you know publicly that you have great shoes to fill. Dan Boyum was extremely important to this community for a very long time, and I think he will continue to be important to this community. The backing of his organization isn't quite what it is with your organization, and we saw personally that the leadership of your organization was there and there was a buck stops here. And I think you'll be a great fit in this organization. I just want to make sure that we acknowledge publicly that Dan Boyum was part of our family for a very long time. He'll be missed, and welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We have no public hearings this evening. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Councilmember Henry, seconded by Councilmember Johnson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Merrick, we have new business 9.1, Resolution 101-18 about our organization. Let's talk.
Yep, thank you, Mayor and Council. This is an annual event for the council at the first meeting of the year. I do apologize, I overlooked the Carver Business Council. That was a new appointment in 2017, so we didn't have it on our last year's resolution. So Councilmember Johnson brought that to our attention. She's the current liaison to the Carver Business Council, so Vicki has added that to the appointments that you see on the screen. So what the council's done in the past is you've had an informal discussion about each of the positions, but you actually don't vote on any specific item. You just take them all in the form of the resolution at the end.
I am all for Ms. Monroe to be our current and our future acting mayor.
And I will second that.
Okay. We work for that. The current Heritage Preservation Commission liaison is Councilmember Mock. I think she's done a great job of it, and I would be all for her continuing on that unless someone else would rather do it.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
It's not a motion. I don't know why I keep seconding, but if you're, how about just pipe up if you're against
Feels
it?
really strongly about it.
Yes, he seconds that.
In years past, we've voted each one separate.
Well, we didn't, we just kind of got like
Yeah.
a general consensus, and then we voted on the whole resolution at the end.
I'm happy to be on the HPC again.
Good, thank you.
I don't think we have any arguments about that. How about the Parks Commission? Volunteers?
I would love to continue on as Parks.
Yeah, I think.
Does
Glenn should
anybody
stay
want to
there.
fight Glenn for that?
No.
You want to fight Glenn? Oh, Brian, I thought you wanted to fight
Oh,
Glenn.
the new guy, the new guy.
All right. Planning Commission is currently
Courtney?
Courtney, okay.
You know there's a list right here.
Yep. Sure do know that's where the list is, but I like to talk about things. Good. It's really
Or do
good.
you want to still do that?
I'd be happy to.
All right. Carver County Leaders, Ms. Monroe has been on that for about 104 years. You okay with it still?
Yeah, I am, but if anybody else is interested, I want them to.
When do they meet?
It's like quarterly, and it's a morning meeting. It starts at 7:30, goes till 9. Usually on Tuesdays, is it? Yeah. Quarterly is the most. I mean, if we have 4 meetings a year, that's. But it's pretty interesting. It's a
I'd be
nice way
happy to do it if you wanted to take a break from it, but that's entirely up to you, Cindy, if you feel like you want to continue.
No, I think that if somebody else would like to, that they should go ahead and do it. I mean, I'm going to be done after this year. You guys should start getting into.
Sure, I'd be happy
It's a nice
to do
way
it.
to meet the other community
Yeah.
leaders in the.
I'm down with Mock moving forward on that. If someone else wants to be considered for it, I think we should talk about it. Otherwise, have at her.
I don't need to drop the
You wouldn't drop the gloves. You get beat up. I would like to continue on the Southwest Transit Board, as well as, we are not a paid member of the Southwest Transportation Alliance anymore, and I actually have some issues with a lot of what's going on with that organization, and I'd like to continue on it so that I could actually fight them.
Go on, drop the
It wasn't
gloves.
going the way I thought it was.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Township Fire Board, Ms. Johnson and Ms. Mock have done a nice job with that. If they'd like to continue, I'm fine with that, and I'm going to guess that.
I would like to
Cindy's-
continue. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
if
fine
you.
with that.
If everybody reads their packet and is prepared. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
That'd be my wish.
All right, that was, it was
That's a
supposed to be.
stipulation.
That was supposed to just be in my head, I'm sorry.
Thank you, though.
All right, Fire Relief Trustees, I'm okay with you and me, Brent. You okay with that? Have I been to a meeting? Okay. District 112 leaders, I'm cool with that. Land Use Advisory Committee, I am no longer on. I resigned because, quite frankly, there's really nothing to do. It is rubber stamp across the board. There is an opening on the Land Use Advisory Committee as well as the Transportation Advisory Board from our district. If anyone would like to put their name in, I would help with that process. But before you decide to put your name into the Land Use Advisory Committee, please talk to me.
So is that something we have to decide tonight?
Nope. It is not. That would be it would be your personal choice to do that. You wouldn't represent the council on that. But if you do it, you should represent the council on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Regional Council of Mayors.
That was kind of a big circle.
Does anybody else want to do that? It's a great group of people. City Attorney, this is the one appointment that we do make that the city manager does not. Does he? I think we should, can we go to closed session? It's just a joke. Larry Harris is our attorney. Anybody have any issues with that?
Nope.
Okay. Official newspaper, LA Times. Jessica Herald, everybody's fine with that?
Yep. Who's the weed inspector?
Carver Business Council.
Oh yeah, Carver Business Council. You're currently on it?
I would like to continue on that.
Please do. Does anybody have any
anybody-
issues with that?
Nope, go for it.
This is the most amicable, I think, honestly. There's been fights in the past. What about
Really?
Weed inspector. Am I the weed inspector?
Mark Pistolka has been appointed a weed inspector.
You weren't doing a good job.
What? Did I drop the ball on the weeds?
There was Creeping Charlie in my yard.
Shut up. I made a motion on that. All right. Would anyone like to make a resolution passing what they see?
Yes.
Did we hit every? Okay.
love this.
Would anyone like to make a resolution approving resolution number 101-18, our organization as applied?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 101-18, as we've just discussed. Vicki, did you get it all down?
The motion by Councilmember Monroe.
I will second that.
Motion by, or second by Hank. He's been seconding a lot of things this afternoon. Any further discussion? Thank you all. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Let's adopt resolution 101-17.
That was 18.
Oh, somebody needs money.
All right, we got it. That is the easiest meeting of the year. City Council Communications, Councilmember Monroe.
I do not have anything.
Councilmember Johnson.
I don't have anything either.
Councilmember Mock.
We have the Soggy Bottom coming up down at Riverside Park, and the date just escaped me, so give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. Maybe you could go on to Councilmember.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, hold on, let me find it here.
Because he's going to go, nothing. And then it's going to be right back
All
to
right.
you.
I don't know why the date just,
Well, I won't forget you. In the meantime, City Manager Merrick.
Just have one update that we've been working on. We were made aware of
I've got it. No.
a grant from the Minnesota DNR that could potentially fund 50% of our project costs for our next phase of the certified levy study, so we could get up to $150,000. So we're having conversations with their staff regarding our eligibility, and hopefully we'll have something to report in the next few weeks.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, Councilmember Mock.
Sorry about that. So the Soggy Bottom, the 9th annual Carver Lions Soggy Bottom Open will be held at Riverside Park on Saturday, January 27th, and it will be from 11 until 2 p.m.
January 27th from
11 a.m. until 2 p.m.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Do you guarantee it'll be warmer than it is today?
Well, one year it
It's
rained,
nice
one year it
today.
was minus 100, and then another year we had actual snow, so you never know. I can make
All
no
right.
promises.
I have nothing.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Forgot somebody.
Councilmember Hank.
Got nothing.
All right, there's a motion to adjourn.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilmember Monroe and a second by Councilmember Johnson to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all. No, Monroe had one at like 7:07.
7 minutes.
She had 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
$17.
That was pretty good.